Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just won't change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no response, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overdose fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watching me close, got a better chance, boxing the go. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make them follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now. I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the living. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home with the truth, I ain't never had to choose. I'm trying to get beamed up, man, I try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, I try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
I guess I should ride with Lex.
They talk about man. It's about time, so no cursing to our enemies. You can try to run when you're gone, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get the dawn, right? Another legacy.
It's gotta do the shit. When I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, soldier seat for some bloody beef. True nation, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run when you're gone, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, don't get another legacy.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. You gotta fall, fall, never rise. That's a melody. When you get to witness the beginning of a legacy. They don't wanna know, we tell them, they just won't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't much to be desired, gotta disagree. Start one of mine, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the odds, I'm ready. This another victory. Cut different, niggas moving foul, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. One West world for the people, this is what they need.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. Things you gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
It's about time, send the curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Music gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send the curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Music gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
I guess I should ride with Lex.
All right, Israel, man, what's going on? Shalom, Israel. We got that fire blazing from Precinct Officer Barzal, man. All right. Y'all know what today's lesson is. Let me type it in. Let me type it in the class. Today's lesson is the present. No, I said I was going to do the future tense this time. All right. Let me just type this in. Future tense. Lock it. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all can get y'all questions ready. I think I'm going to play one more song, Barzal. Oh, no, wait, Salaki. We're going to do the present tense because I want to give y'all some connectors. All right, some connecting words. And some words that have some characters that have word meanings. All right. But we're just going to title it present tense. Okay. Now, with that being said, what's going on, Israel? You already know that it's the Passover season, man. We got to fight them demons. Them demons going to come up against us. Right. The demons, they're going to be trying to slow you down and stop you from getting to this Passover. Make sure you get to the Passover. What the hell just happened? Lock it. Okay, I thought I copied this right here. It's lock it, but don't let them stop you from getting to the Passover, man. All right? Don't let them stop you from getting to the Passover. Don't let them stop you. Remember, Legion, more than one demon. All right, trying to stop you from getting to this Passover. Don't let them stop you, all right, from getting to the Passover. We gotta serve the Lord, or we're gonna be stuck in this slavery, in this hell forever. Here we go. I changed the title. Now, Israel, present tense. I got some connectors for y'all. All right, got some connectors for y'all as well. Let me just put this picture up on the screen so you can see the present tense. Hold on, Salakia, boom, boom, boom. I think that was something different. Where's the other pictures? Here we go, right here. All right. So now, let me put up the present tense on the screen for y'all so y'all can see it. Did I put the tenses here? I don't think I did. All right. It's all good. I did not put the tenses there in the picture. Let me go to to a different email. It might be in the previous one I sent before. We probably have them in there. Boom, boom. Nope. All right. So I got to send them over. Let me just take a screenshot of the tenses real quick. I'm going to come around to the screen. All right. Shalom, Israel. I'm Yakotazayan Marah. My Waraka Kayaha Yabom. Shalom, Israel. I'm also Mariah, your teacher for the day. Take a picture of it. I'm going to screenshot the tenses real quick, and I'm going to send it over. We're going to do the present tense. I'm going to give y'all some connecting words or some connecting characters. All right? Meaning These characters, they have word meanings, and they go either at the beginning of a root word or at the end. So I'm going to give y'all the tenses first. We're going to do the tenses first, but at the end, I'm going to, we're going to go into that. All right? So, let me screenshot this. Boom. Okay. Let me send this over. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. Boom. We should have it. About 3, 2, 1. Let me check the questions as well. All right. Shout out to everybody that's online. Go ahead and get your pens and notepads out, or get your phone ready that you're going to do your screenshotting with. Okay. All right. Let's pull it up. Boom. Refresh that. I'm going to pull it up on the screen for everybody. So with the present tense is the most easiest, all right? Because you're only putting the character Y in between the first two characters. That's it. It's just really the character Y in between the first two characters, and that's pretty much it. You just have to make sure you put the actual connectors on it at the end, but that's or at the beginning. All right, but that's pretty much it. You don't got to worry about anything. Hold on, let me see. Let me refresh it again. See if it pops up. Salaki, bear with me, Israel. Okay. Okay, it didn't pop up. Let's go to inbox. Maybe I'm not in the inbox. There we go. All right. Here we go. Also, too, he said the TikTok is on this one. If you could put this on TikTok, I got it right here. I got to set it up. You can put it on there. All right, it's lucky, y'all. So let me share this to the screen. Let me share. Boom, boom. So I stopped that. Here we go. So y'all should see it now. Yeah, go live. Let's make it bigger. Boom, there we go. So everybody should be able to see this on the screen. I'm gonna make me smaller. There you go. Okay. So with that being said,
Sorry, just sit it up here.
You should be able to turn that some type of way. Yeah. Or you can bring it up here if you need to. We can move it around, you know what I mean? All right, now get your screenshots ready. All right. As a matter of fact, you can just aim. Yeah. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna put whatever's on the board, and then I'll just turn this around to here. Let me share this to that screen so everybody can see on TikTok what we had. All right. The water for everybody tuning in. Boom, there we go. So I'm gonna come back around to the screen, throw the shades on, put my gloves on. Let's get it. So y'all should be able to see what I was saying about the character Y in between the first two characters. Okay. I don't know if y'all can, but you should be able to see. If you look up there, you should be able to see the character Y in between the first two characters. So just so you know, in the ancient Hebrew that's written, you'll be able to see the root word for whether it's he, so like it's she, they, you, masculine plural, you, feminine plural. You should be able to see the root word for either anya, atha, you know what I mean, naknawa. Okay, but then after that is the example word. Their example word that the seven heads used was shamar. They used the word shamar as their example word. So you don't have to say shamar, or atha shamar, something. That was just their example word. Our example word we're going to use that I decided to use for today. I think we used Matazar last week for the past tense, but for the present tense, we are going to use Aisha. I'm going to use the root word Aisha. You make it a lot bigger than this, just so everybody online can see. Try to bring the mic a lot closer. Aisha, which means do or make. Right? To make something is Aisha. To do something is Aisha. It's pronounced I-Sha. All right. I'm gonna switch the camera around. Oh, so let me put what it means. It means make or do. So make is the main usage, and then it means do after that. Okay. So let me switch the screen around. Boom, boom, and we should be able to see it. Bang, there you go. All right, well, let me just make this whole real quick so y'all can see that real quick. So Aisha means do, and it means make. So this is going to be our example word that we're going to use for the day, for this class. I made, I did. That's the word Aisha. She did, she made. To do, you made. Oh, Salaki. Now let me put all the rest of the, all the rest of the ways that you can use the word. You know, whenever you make something, you have made. Okay? Made, make, made. Do, did. All right? And not the did as in a question like, did you do this? No. It's the do part of it. It's did you do? All right? That's what I did earlier. Okay? That's what Aisha, that's what I did. That's what to do. Done. D-O-N-E. Do, did, done, make, made. Makes with an S on it. All right, makes. He makes. He made. She make cakes. They do. They did. They done. Okay, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna try to find a good spot where I'm not in the way. So, let me also aim this down just a little bit. There we go. All right, cool. Let me see if I can bring this closer, y'all. I'm famous for this. for messing with this camera. Okay? Messing with the camera angle. There we go. All right. And I'm going to try one last thing while y'all copy that down. I just want to switch. Oh, that looked pretty good to me. Just want to see if I can get some lighting on this just a little bit more. I don't think it's doing anything special. All right, here we go. Aisha, made, make, makes, do, did, done. With precinct officer Yashamai like to say is a dunyan. That word is Aisha. Dunyan is done. That word is Aisha. Okay, so now let's go over, and I'm gonna put back up the rules to the past tense. I mean to the present tense. Let's go. Let's put it back up here. Boom. All right. So now I'm gonna go through this, and I'm gonna try to show y'all. I'm gonna be on Now TikTok, I don't know if you can see this very clearly, or see this at all, TikTok. So I'm gonna be writing this stuff out on the board as well. So the first one that we have is I am watching, which was Anya Shawamar, right? Well, first let's start with this. To be is Hawa. Hawa means to be. All right, the word Hawa. So let me give y'all this word as well. So we all had this written down, I'm pretty sure, or screenshot it, or took a screenshot of it. So the word for present, a word that's for like the present is Hawa, because it means to be, to exist. Hawa. Okay? It's pronounced Ha-wa. And it means to be. Slaki. To be. Or to exist, right? It's a just a word to you can use like it's a verb to be, okay? So, for example, is will be another good way that you can use it. Or it's, like it's okay. All right. It's okay. It is okay. You can also use it like that. ITS. It's a verb. It's a verb to be. Okay, I'm gonna make this big on the screen so everybody can see, and that's online. Okay, so that's what you saw at the top of the paper. Now I know TikTok couldn't see the paper, but I'm writing it on a board anyway. All right. So that's what you saw at the top of the paper. It said it represents the present tense. Okay, present. Because remember, that's what we're doing. We're doing a present tense. I'm gonna start using these gloves. Marzal as an eraser. This thing is working out. All right, present tense is what we're working on. How to say things in the present tense. How to speak Hebrew in the present tense. Okay? I am teaching, right? Hawa is the verb to be, right? But if I was to say I am teaching, my award, I'm gonna before I do that, I'm gonna let y'all get a copy of this, and then I'll put up the first example. I use the word my award for teacher as an example, but I'm gonna let y'all get that right now. All right. Shouldn't take too long. Everybody should pretty much have it. Okay, cool. All right, so now I'm gonna put up. Now let's start with the exercise. Start with the exercise. Now let's put the word Hawa over here. Okay. All right. And it's a verb that means to be. Hawa. I'll pronounce it over here so it can stay right here. Boom. Now notice, I know a lot of people, they'll think because the Most High's name is Yah, Yahweh, right? It's like it. They'll say, oh, because they know that the character Yah, which we'll get into at the end of the class, when Yah is at the beginning of a root word, it means he. And they know that this is a verb that means to be. So a lot of people would say he to be, or he is, right? Or he exists. That's what they'll try to say the Most High name means. He exists, right? He is, he to be. It's not what his name means. Don't try to break down what the Most High's name means. We have never done that in the school. The Most High did not tell us what his name meant. He has always said, the Most High. It's the only thing that's been said about the Most High in the Bible is that he's the Most High. And you want to F with that, go ahead. But I don't recommend you do it. I wouldn't recommend you tell God what his name means, because he did not tell us what his name meant. So his name is the Most High. That's what it is. It just represents the Most High. I'm not saying that's what it means. I'm not saying that that's God's given name, but that represents the Most High, and that's that. I'm not going to play God and tell God his name means the Most High. I'm not going to play with the Lord like that. Y'all can, I won't. I'm cool, Barzal. I'm good. I'm 100. I don't want to be a dungeon. I don't want to be the example of he who is not to be because he played with the Lord's name. So we're not going to do that. All right. Nowhere in the Bible does it say he to be is God, or God's name is to be, or God's name is the Most High. All right. Even in Psalms 83, where it said, Yahweh art the Most High over all the earth. It didn't say that his name is the Most High, but it represents the Lord. The Lord did not tell us what his name was. In fact, he checked Moses about asking him his name. Give me that scripture, Exodus 3 and 15, 3 and 14. Okay. He checked Moses. Everybody says the Lord's name is Ahia Ashar Ahia. Where the hell was that at? Huh? Tell me, where was that at? It didn't say that. It said Yahweh. Whenever you read the Lord's name, it says Yahweh. All right? Go ahead. You got the scripture.
Oh God, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse 14. And God said unto Moses, I am that I am.
He said what to Moses?
I am that I am.
He said that to Moses. Did he say that that's what his name was? No. Go up a scripture.
Oh God.
Matter of fact, go up 2 scriptures.
Oh God. And he said, certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I am.
The Lord said, look, Moses, I'm going to be with you. And this is going to be a token. This is going to be a sign. This is going to be proof, a stamp that I'm with you. Go ahead.
God. That I have sent thee when thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt.
When you bring the people out of Egypt, that's how they're going to know I'm with you. When he split that day, and listen, this is before he split the Red Sea. The Lord had it planned already. He already had it planned for the Egyptians to chase us to the edge of the water, of an ocean. We talk about a river. Imagine being in Atlantic City or being in Cali and you at the edge of the water. You know ain't nothing there on the other side. And you got the American army, the American military behind you. Jets and everything, damn thing. And there's nowhere for us to go. The Lord had Moses split the water, and they walked through, and then everybody died. All the Africans died. All the Africans what's the word for it? Salakia. Y'all let me know I'm on TikTok. They were not alive, or non-alive, whatever they call it. All right? They were just no more. Non-existent. Unalived. They were unalived after that event. Okay? So with that being said, the Lord had already set up for that event to happen when he told Moses this right here. Keep going.
God. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt,
Go ahead.
ye shall serve God upon this mountain. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers hath sent me unto you.
Wait a minute, the God of your fathers. The Lord ain't everybody's God. The God of your fathers. Go ahead.
The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name?
Go ahead.
What shall I say unto them?
So Moses asked God, Lord, what is your name? Because, the children of Israel, my people, the Israelites, the rest of my people, the Lord, they going to ask me, what's your name? When they see all this stuff happening and how you getting us out of this slavery, he said, what is your name? So he asked him, the Lord, what's his name? Go ahead.
Come on, God. And God said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Hold on. Did he say this is my name? Read it again.
And God said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Did he say, Moses, thank you for asking me for my name. This is my name. Oh, go ahead.
And God said unto Moses, I am that I am.
See, the Lord is a father. He's not mom. I'm not taking nothing away from the mothers. Mothers got their specific job and role in life, and fathers, we got ours too. Right. Moses asked God, well, what's your name? And the Lord said, brother, I am that I am. Meaning, don't worry about what my name is. I be who I be. Because you can also translate those words that they love to say. They love to say this here. Ahaya. Wait, what did they say? Ahaya. Ashar. Ahaya. Right? So I gotta move this down. Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. That's what they love to say. This is not God's name. What you're quoting is the famous check-in that the Lord gave to Moses. And just listen, everybody, just so y'all know, you don't gotta yell at somebody to check them. You can check brothers with smooth words. And just like Yahweh did. Check a ton of people with just smooth sayings. Right? Just straight up the correct political way to say something. The professional way to say something. The Lord told Moses, Ahaya. You're going to learn later in the class that this means I/I am. All right? Because when I is at the beginning of a character, it means of a root word, because this is the root word. This right here is a whole root word. And this is a root word right here, right? So this I also means I am. I or I am, right? I/I am. Either one. He's telling Moses, Abi, Haya, the feminine, right? Because remember, the only reason it's not Ahawa is because the Lord talked to us like we females. Because the female is the lesser in authority to the man. That's it. Nothing down in a woman. She just doesn't have as much authority as the man. A secretary don't have as much authority as the boss. There's a lot of women secretaries to other women. You know what I mean? There's a lot of male secretaries or assistants to a man that's the boss. You don't have as much power. Or else he would have said, what, Barzal? Ahawa. Ashar, Ahawa. Because right here is to be. But the Lord talks to us like we women. This is a verb meaning to be. The Lord said, I be, Ashar meaning which, that, or who. Is the first main usage of it is which, the second is that, the third is who. So this is number 3. The Lord said in ghetto form, I be who I be. He literally said that. I be who I be. He said, I am that I am. He said, I be that I be. I am which I am. I be which I be. I be who I be. I be that I be. I be which I be. I am who I am. I am that I am. I am which I am. All these different things. Because this is not his name. He's just saying, he's telling Moses something. Moses asked him a question, and like a good father, he said, son, I be who I be. He didn't say it's my name. How you know he didn't say this is his name? Keep reading, Barzo. Moses said, Lord, what's your name? The Lord said, listen, I be who I be. Because he's the spirit of a black man. Right. The spirit of a Hispanic man, of a Native American man. He's a man, and he talked to us in feminine, which is why he didn't say Ahawa, Ashar, Ahawa. He said Ahaya, because this is the feminine form of to be. Ha-ya. For a female. It's the root word. It means the exact same thing. To be, everything we went over. To exist is for a female. This is feminine. Or else his name would be, see, now here's another thing. This is how you know they off when they say that. Is the Lord saying he's a woman? Is he saying he's a female? They don't want to say that. Because then they have to acknowledge, which means they acknowledge that he's talking to us in feminine. Well, if they can acknowledge that, then how can this be his name? Wouldn't you have to change his name to Ahawa, Ashar Ahawa? For it to be correct? Or are we saying to the Lord that he's a woman? Keep going, Barzal.
And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
This is how you know that wasn't his name. He said, this is what you're going to say. Keep going.
I am have sent me unto you.
I am have sent me unto you. Keep going.
And God said, moreover, unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
Wait, hold on. Y'all didn't even get that, did you? Read it again, Barzal. Go back. Tell them what the Lord said. Read what Moses asked him his name. Listen, if y'all can get this, y'all had a black father or a big brother or a big cousin. Somebody with some masculinity. Listen, let Moses ask him again and then read the whole thing out.
God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. And God said, moreover, unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you.
The Lord said, moreover, what?
And God said, moreover, unto Moses.
And God said, moreover, keep going.
Unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
So God said to Moses, this is what you're going to say.
The Lord God of your fathers.
It said God said unto Moses, the Lord. Because he called him God before he said it. This is what God said. The Lord. Let me explain to you what happened. Go back and start again. Go back and read when Moses asked him, what is his name? Let me break it down for you.
And Moses said unto God, behold.
This is how you're going to understand a black or Hispanic man, a Native American Indian man. This is how you're going to understand us. Read.
When I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them?
So the question was asked by Moses. Let's hear the response. Go ahead.
And God said unto Moses,
And God, remember the word God. Go ahead.
oh God, I am that I am.
So if his name was I am, why did it say God after that? Why didn't it say I am something? Because the Lord was saying this. In fact, keep reading before I break that down. I want you to get the whole thing. He said, I am that I am. Go ahead.
And he said, thus shalt say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. And God said, moreover.
Now, it went back and said God. And then it said moreover. So let me explain to you what we just read. When Moses asked him, he said, listen, I be who I be. They ask you who the hell sent you. Tell them I be sent you. Tell them he didn't even say that. So why aren't they saying the Lord's name is Ahia? Or they would have to say correctly Ahawa. They couldn't even say Ahia because Ahia means he's a woman. It's idiotic. Then they say this whole saying right here without understanding that the Lord didn't even include this when he said I am or I be. He didn't even say tell him I be sent you. He said tell him I am sent you. So then I am, we would have to say the Lord's name is Anya, because that's the root word for I am. This is the root word for I or I am. This is just how you apply it to a verb. Remember, these are root words. This is how you apply I am. You add it on as a beginning connector to any root word. Anya is the actual root word for I or I am. This word right here. So wouldn't we have to call the Lord Anya? Wouldn't that be his name? But you see, it didn't say I am said to Moses. It said God. You know why? He was explaining the story of how the Lord checked him on what the Lord said to him when he asked him his name. He said, listen, dog, I be who I be. Niggas want to act, if people want to, if ninjas want to ask you who helping you, tell them I am is helping you. Not I be. Who I be. He didn't even say I be, he just said I am. He said, tell him I am sent you. Moving on, then he told him what his name was. That's not a general says, moving on, after he explains and breaks something down, the Lord explained to Moses, don't worry who the hell I am. Meaning, what I just said to you, take note that I said it to you. But now, let me give you a name to call me. Now let me give you a name to call me. He said, moreover, moving on, he said, listen, dog, I be who I be. Niggas, people want to know who asked you, who sent you. Tell them I be sent you. Moving on, then he said this to Moses. Keep going.
Come on.
Read moreover.
And God said, moreover, unto Moses.
And the Lord said, moving on anyway. Go ahead.
Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
This is what you're going to say. Go ahead.
The Lord of God of your fathers.
Yahweh, the God of your fathers. And that's written all over in the ancient Hebrew and in the Assyrian Hebrew. Yahweh. Using, you notice he didn't call himself a female. Dum-dums out there. He said Hawa. It's right here. Notice he didn't say Yahya because he's not part of the alternative lifestyle community. He said he's a man. He said Yahweh. This is what you're going to say. And he didn't give us an explanation for the name either. He just said, tell him Yahweh. Go ahead.
Come. The God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have sent me unto you.
He said, tell him, Yahweh sent you. Not Yahweh. Because the only difference between these two will be Ah. He said Ahaya. But then you can't even say Ahaya because he said I am, which means you got to say Anya, according to them. All these is wrong. Yahaya, Ahaya, Anya. The Lord's name is Yahweh, and it means the Most High. Now give me Exodus 6 and 3. 6 and 2. The Lord's name is the Most High. I didn't break down the Lord's name. I didn't even expect to do that. But it was good. It's a good example for the present tense. All right, to be.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 6 and verse 2. And God spake unto Moses and said unto him, I am the Lord.
Wait. God speak read 6 and 1. So lock it. Gotta get the backdrop. We gotta get the whole entire story. Christians love to say this, or people of different beliefs love to say this. You gotta read the whole. I gotta do the light voice because you know they soft. I don't even know if I can say that. You know they represent things that are not masculine. This is how they talk. You gotta read the whole Bible. Like you know, it's real feminine. When the Lord is a man. So go ahead and read 6 and 1. Let's read the backdrop.
Oh God. Then the Lord said unto Moses, now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh.
The Lord said, now you're going to see what I'm going to do to Pharaoh. Because God is not all love. Keep going.
Oh God. For with a strong hand shall he let them go.
Go ahead.
And with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land.
Go ahead.
And God spake unto Moses and said unto him, I am the Lord.
Wait a minute. He said, what?
I am the Lord.
He said, Anya, which means I or I am is the root word. Yahweh. That's exactly what he said. He didn't say, I am, I be, that I am, that I be, that I am. That's dumb. It makes no sense. That is not what he said. Keep going. It's the proof. Keep going.
Oh God. And I prepared.
This is y'all know I'm gonna put this. This is Exodus. Right? The first one we read was 3. And I think we started at like 13 all the way to 15. And now we at Exodus 6 and 1, and we're going to read all the way to 3. Right? This is the breakdown. This is the Lord's name breakdown. Just so y'all can put that in y'all notes. All right? So we started at Exodus 3 and 13. We read the 15. Now we at Exodus 6 and 1, and we're reading 3. Y'all got it. I mean, you got it, Barzo.
Oh God. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of God Almighty.
So when Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when they dealt with the Lord, they just knew him as the power Almighty. That's what God was mistranslated as in the King James Bible. King James was a black man since it's Black History Month. King James of Scots, right? He ruled over Scots, Wales, England, and Ireland. He ruled over a couple different. King James was that bull. Everybody say, when I'm the president, I'm turning the White House to the Black House. Well, King James, he was the king, and he ruled 3 countries. I think 5 countries. We know for sure he ruled three countries: Scots, Ireland, and England. That's a fact. At one time, he ruled 3 countries. So you talking about, if you was the president, you would rule America, Mexico, and South America all at the same time. That's how King James had it. A black man, since it's Black History Month. So if you were the president, you would rule 3 countries. When King James was the king, he ruled, I think he ruled like 5. I know he Wales, Scots, Ireland, England. All right. A black man ruled 3 countries. Let me tell you all this. It's because he was the king. He was the king around the time when we went into slavery. But what is LeBron James doing for the hood? What is Meek Mills doing? What is Will Smith doing for Philly? They rich and they powerful, but they are in Hollywood. Somebody just got shot the other day in Philly. So don't act like just because he was the king, he was supposed to come and get us out of that hell we was in. Nah, he was living his life. Which is how you know he's a black man. So because he ain't do nothing for the there. But he did have the Bible translated, and he did an excellent job at it. Now, with that being said, and when I say had it translated, he had it translated. Let's go back to the breakdown, Salaki. So, in Exodus 6:1, he said, the Lord, right? He said, I am the Lord. He said he was not known to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob as the Lord. He was known as God Almighty, but his name is the Lord. Read it again.
And Salaki, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 6 and verse 1. Then the Lord said unto Moses, now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh.
Go ahead.
For with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land. Mm-hmm. And God spake unto Moses, and said unto him, I am the Lord, and I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, right, by the name of God Almighty.
Go ahead. So that's what Abraham and Isaac and Jacob knew him as. Go ahead.
But by my name Jehovah.
Wait, by his name Yahweh, because that was another mistranslation in the Bible, which brings me back to my points. 5 mistranslations in the Bible, in the King James Bible. It's 5. They all just words. That's it. It's one word. It's God, which should be power. It's religion, which should be culture. It is the Lord's name. They got it as Jehovah. It should be Yahweh. They got Passover mistranslated as Easter. And there's one other thing. I forget what it is. But it's Passover, God, Jehovah, religion, and there's something else that they mistranslate. But it's only 5 words. That's it. 5-word mistranslations. That's it. All right. And I'm gonna go over them again. For God, it should be power. For religion, it should be culture. For the Lord's name, it should be Yahweh. And for Passover, it should be Easter. And I forget the 5th one. All right, so lock in for that. But that's it. I think I broke that down. Is there any more in the verse?
Just a second.
Go ahead.
But by my name Jehovah was I not known to them.
But by his name Yahweh was I not known to them. And let me give you all this too. This y'all think y'all making up to say Jehovah. Let me show you this. This is where they even get Jehovah. This is the Lord's name. It's how you spell it in English. Yahweh. Okay. Yahwah. Yah. Ha. This is the character Wa, and then this is the character Ha again. But you see they're connected using the connector, which means the I comes off of the character that's being connected to, or the letter that's being connected to, which makes it Yahwah, because Hebrew goes from right to left. Starts this way and goes that way. So English goes from left to right. So Yahweh. All right. This was the first name. Remember when the character J was invented? It was Jehovah. Oh, Salaki. before the J was invented. They used Y. It was Yahuwah, which is where some of the Israelites that are not in the Isupk, they get Yahuwah from. They say Yehovah, right? And then it went to Yehova in the Tetragrammaton, right? Which is Yehovah, right? They changed the W. All right? Oh, Salaki. This was an A. Because they say Yehovah, right? Well, they use the E as well, but I keep the A there just so you can understand. This was the first thing, that the Yehovah or the Yahuwah, right? Then they said Yehovah, all right? Then it was Jehovah, and that's how you get it right there. They changed to E, O, A, V. All right. So they changed YA to YE, and then eventually to JE. They changed HA to HO. They changed WAH to VAH. So it went from Yahweh to Yehovah to Yehovah to Jehovah. And that's why that's a mistranslation. But this is where it even comes from. Where did they even get this from? Where did they pull that from? They didn't say I am that I am. They ain't the I am witnesses, are they? They don't knock on your door, hey, we the I am witnesses. No, they say they the Jehovah Witnesses, which came from the Lord's name, which is Yahweh. All right? So I got a full breakdown on that, which I was not expecting to do, but it is good for the present tense because of the word power. And like I said, the Lord's name is the Most High. He didn't give us a translation for his name. All right? So don't try and translate the Lord's name, because when you find yourself in the hospital, that's on you. All right? When you find yourself with two teeth left in your mouth, that's on you. Now, we don't want that to happen to nobody, but don't play God. Don't play the Lord. Don't say this is what his name means and all. Listen, we're saying that the Most High is the representation of Yahweh. So we use the Most High because he's the most powerful. He's the Almighty. He's the Most High power. That's not what his name means. All right, it could be. We don't know. He never told us. The only thing he did tell us is what, Barzal? He be who the hell he be. Anybody actually tell him he be sent you? They need to put that in them gangster movies. Nigga, I am sent you. Tell the ops that. Tell him I be sent you. Anyway, moving on. So now let's get back into the lesson. All right, so y'all got a good, quick lesson on the Lord's name. All right. Remember Exodus 3 and 15, 3 and 13, so knock it to 15. Let me make sure that this looks like a 3. Exodus 3 and 13 to 15, and then Exodus 6 and 1 to 3. All right? And that's a good, quick lesson. Now, y'all should screenshot that. Y'all, get it in your notes. Make this a little bit darker. Screenshot it, get it in your notes. Save the class. This is a great breakdown for the Lord's name. You get everything that you were supposed to get. All right? Meaning all the scriptures that applies, all the scriptures that matter. And it is countless scriptures. As I'll type in name Lord into your phone. I'm going to type it in mine, and I'm going to put it in front of the screen for y'all. All right? Everybody should have this too. I'm going to erase it in a second after this. But I'm going to go into my Bible app, right, the Blue Letter Bible that I use, and which is an app for the Bible. I'm going to type in name, and then I'm going to type in Lord. I'm just going to show you all the scriptures. And then you tell me if I am that I am is the Lord's name. Genesis 4 and 26, name of the Lord, not name of I am. I don't know if y'all can see this TikTok. I'm going to try to put it up there, though. All right? Because it's countless. Let me just show you. How many it is. Now, let me see. Name of the Lord, Exodus 34 and 5. I am the Lord. 18, Leviticus 18 and 21. Try to show TikTok. I mean, y'all just type it in on your own. It'll come up. Type in I am the Lord. How about that? That's an even better way to look it up. You ain't got to type in name, because a lot of scriptures, they got name and the Lord in it. Ain't all talking about the Lord's name. But type in I am the Lord. And you're going to still have a ton of scriptures, all right? Hold on. What did I just do? I did something. Oh, I got there. I'm going to pull it up too. I want to show TikTok as well. And y'all can save this class, man. Look, ton of them. Look, I'm just scrolling. I typed in I am the Lord. Look, I'm just rolling. I am the Lord. I'll just stop right here. Leviticus 19 and 31, I am the Lord. I just picked one. It'll show TikTok as well. I'm just scrolling down. And the camera fell. See, the haters, they be hating. All right, I just pick one TikTok. I'm going to scroll and pick one. 1 Samuel, boom. Salakia. 1 Samuel. What is this? This is 1 Samuel. Good Lord. Hold on. 1 Samuel. Boom, boom. Salakia. No, these ones wasn't talking about the Lord's name. This was Judges that said it last. These was when ones I was looking at was when the Lord called Eli, and he thought Elijah was calling. All right, let's keep going. Now, let's get back into the lesson. So that was good to show on a present tense, because hawa is the present tense. It means to be. Now, of course, that's not the Lord's name, so don't try to put it together and say, see, this is what his name actually means. Because where in the Bible can you prove that? I can guarantee you cannot, because he didn't give it to us. In fact, he gave Moses a whole mouthful for even asking him. He checked the hell out of Moses. He said, tell him I be sent you. All right? I mean, no, he said, tell him I am. He didn't even say I be. He said, I am. So now let's get back into it. So I'll erase that, right? Everybody should have copied that down or screenshotted it as well. Now let's get into the tenses. Boom. I don't know if y'all can see TikTok. You ain't gonna be able to see this. I have it on a computer. So now let me make this bigger. All right. So we're gonna do is, hold on. I forgot I can cast it because it's cast to the screen. Boom. There we go. I can keep going over here. All right. So now we got hawa. So the example word that they used, that the 7A's used, was shamar. So our example word is Aisha. All right, so that's our example word. I'm gonna put it up on a board, but we're gonna go into the lesson. I'm gonna put our example word up here. It's Aisha. You'll be able to see it a lot better. For those of y'all that's looking online, it's pronounced Aisha. Ishah. It means make, and it means do. And you can apply all the words to it: did, done, made, makes. Okay. All right. Or let's just use make and made, because we're going to start changing the tense after a while. All right. But it means do, did, done, make, made. So just so y'all know, a lot of root words, they already have the, they automatically can be used for the past tense. Because remember, that's why I started with the past tense, because a lot of the things that we say in conversation and communicating with one another, we always talk about what we did already. We don't, that's the main bulk of our conversation. What you did, you call somebody like, yo, this happened. Meaning it already happened. Well, what you do today, baby? This is what I did. You know what I mean? Like, that's the main bulk of our conversation when we talk to each other. All right? So now, let's go into it. So we got up here, the first one is I am, and then the example word, which was watching. Our example word is Aisha, which is made or do. And how you say it is Anya Shawamar. I mean Anya and then Y in between the first two characters. So let's put that example up on the board here. I don't know if I can use it right here. All right. So for the rules to it, it is whatever the root word is, it's Y in between the first two letters. This is the character Y. And it goes in between the first two letters. So it would be whatever character is here, and then the rest of the word here. All right. But this Y will go there. Now you would normally, now they did the formal way. They wrote the formal way for the example. They put the word Anya, which means I or I am. So they used Anya. It's like, I don't know why I put this all bunched up over here like that. I can just make this bigger and show everybody. All right, so Y goes in between the first two characters. So you would have a character here, and then the rest of the word here. All right, but this is where you would place the character Y to show that it's present tense. All right, this is the rule for present tense. So it goes in between the first two characters. So if this is the root word Aisha, which is right here, Y goes in between it. So I, and then the second word character is Sha, but it's also connected to the character Ha, so it's Aisha. Instead of it being Aisha, it's Aisha. Now, when you add in the rule for present tense, all right, so whenever you see this, it means that you're speaking in present tense. So instead of you saying Aisha, if you was to say I was Sha, it would now mean either making, I'm doing. All right, I'm doing this, I'm making something. I was Sha. All right, I'm making, I'm doing. Okay, now you would say Anya, of course, at the beginning to say I or I am. Because if you just say I was Sha, you are literally saying, without saying Anya, if you was to just say this, if you was to just say I was Sha, it can mean these three things right here. It can mean a few things. It could be he making, he doing, right? Because our language is masculine. So it's automatically, when you say it, going to register as a man. If I say, I was Sha, I'm saying he doing this. He doing. Now, this is slang that I'm teaching you right now. This part right here. Because our language is slang. Our language is literally a slang language. Which is why they wrote it in the formal way. Meaning the proper way how you would speak in a meeting or, when you're talking to your boss or something like that. Somewhere in that setting, the proper way. Now, when you're at the dinner table, you with your family, you ain't going to say, you would have to say, you might have to say, Hawa'a, right? If you're in a meeting. Hawa'a, I was Sha. I can show you over here. I can make it bigger for everybody that's online that can see it. You just go to he, to where it says he. Hawa'ah shawamar, because shamar was the example word. So it would be Hawa'ah Aishawa. All right. So we wanted to say that it would be Hawa'ah Aishawa. I'm gonna erase some of this right here. We know that doing the present tense. I'm gonna erase the character. I'm gonna leave that up there. I'm gonna just go here and write it out. So you might have to say, if you had a meeting, Hawa'ah, which is the formal way, it's the root word for he. He, Hawa'ah, and then I wa sha. What is Greg doing? Hawa'ah, I wa sha, coffee. He making coffee, right? Hawa'ah, I wa sha, he's doing a class. What is Officer Marad doing? Hawa'ah, I wa sha, a class. He's doing a class. All right, what is the what are the kids make? What is our son making? Hawa'ah, I wa sha, pancake. He making a pancake, right? Now the slang way, if we at home, I'll say, I would say, I was shy. He making a pancake. I was shy a pancake. All right, he making a pancake. I wouldn't have to say how I would say I was shy a pancake, right? Or if you're saying he making too much noise. Like if I was to say as a husband, hey, what's all that noise? Who that? What's that? The baby? You would say, Khan, I was shy, too much noise. Khan, he making too much noise. So you wouldn't have to say, Khan, how I was shy, too much noise, because our language is slang, and this is our language is slang, and it's a masculine language, which is why we change it for a woman, which is why the Lord talks to us in feminine. He said, Ahaya. Because he wasn't giving us his name, he was saying something to us. He was checking Moses, talking to Moses, like Moses is the less in authority because he is. Because that's the reason why you speak to the woman that way. Is proper. You're the man, you're the head. You speak to her as the lesser in authority. You're respecting her as a woman. Here's the problem in America. I'm going to say it. I thought they might clip us for this. America lies to women. They do. They gas you up. They give you more power than you can handle. Eve brought sin into the world because the lust to want power as a female. Where women have a certain amount of power, it's just not over the man. The women lust for power over kids. No, I think they got enough of that. I think they tired of the power over kids. I think they're ready to let you handle the kids. They got so much power over the kids. They just ready to say, I'm done. They want the power over the man. And that's in Genesis. Give it to me in Ezra, where it says, through the woman, sin came into the world. That's something that America and all these beliefs don't teach. They don't teach that people sin today because a woman lusted for power in the Garden of Eden. And that woman was Eve. And now we all stuck being sinners. And also this for the brothers. Stop being weak and listening to your woman all the goddamn time. The reason why I say all the time is because this is a time where a man can listen to his wife. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But all the time mean you're weak. When you know it's something you should stand on, she wants you to stand on it. She didn't get with a Barbie doll. She wants you to be a man. I mean, that's self-explanatory. All right? And Adam wanting to please his wife. And that's what I mean. Like, stop trying to please your wife all the damn time. this thing that men got going on trying to please these sisters is wrong. It should be the opposite way, but that's a whole nother topic. But the problem is we do it too much. There's nothing wrong with pleasing your wife, but it's too much. The whole thing is based on that. And that is how sin came into the world. Let me know if you got it, Barzal. You can read it whenever you're ready. I'm going to make this hole on the screen so y'all can get everything down.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus.
There you go. Ecclesiasticus. What did I say? Esdras? My bad. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 24, verse 25.
Go ahead, nice and loud.
25, verse 24. Come on. Of the woman came the beginning of sin.
Of the who?
Of the woman came the beginning of sin.
Go ahead.
And through her, we all die.
That's the Bible. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her, we all die. Talking about Eve. That lust for power over the man. That lust to be like everybody else, to have that power lust. Be better, and that's a bad thing. And through the woman won that power over the man, because what did the Lord tell Eve when he gave her punishment? He said, your husband is going to be your desire. To your husband. To your husband is going to be your desire. Meaning what he wants. To him. To him. Not him. To him. To make him happy. To please him is going to be your desire. That was a punishment to a woman. Think about it, women. Y'all really want to please a man? That's like when men get with you, that's what all the arguments is over. The arguments is over him trying to get you to please him instead of him having to always please you. Because it was flipped. Because, listen, we all got our battles. We do. And we got to fight them and we got to win. Meaning our spiritual battles, meaning fighting our own demons, right? The things that Satan play in our mind, all right? We all got it, but that was the woman's. That power, you think a man wants power. A man can get power, trust me. That ain't something that we lust for. It's a good idea. It sounds good when you think about it, but then men know what you have to go through to get it. And you might die trying to get some power as a man. Now, a woman, she can get power in 1,000 different ways. Quicker than we can get power, Barzal. I think brothers know that. She can get it 10 times faster than us. We got to fight for power. They not rumbling for power. You know what they're going to do? Get their hair done. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
Did you say that you don't need a linking verb?
Do I not need a what?
A linking verb. Like we just say
Yeah, so this is slang. You don't need a link. You don't need not a linking verb, but you don't need to say he or I am, or you know what I mean? You can say it as formal, but you don't need to. While for the sister bring this back to the class. All right? So now, getting this back on topic. Now, you don't need that. You don't have to say it. You can say it, right? But you don't have to say he, she, because the rules is going to say it in a second. We're about to keep going into the rules, the water system. I was about to break down the last part, but we all got it. We all got what I was trying to say. So now, you don't have to put I am. Just like the example was Anya Shawamar, because Shamar was the example word that they use. They use Shamar. Our example word is Aisha, but they use Shamar. Lock it. Shah, Ma, and the character Ra. But of course, these two are connected. Shah, Mar. So you don't have to say Anya. Well, in this case, you would have to say Anya because you got to say I am. I was saying if you didn't say Anya, it would be assumed that you were saying he making because of the slang. But if you wanted to say I am making, you would have to say anya. If you wanted to say I am or I'm, I'm making. I am making. I am doing. I'm doing this. I'm making. Actually, if you wanted to say I'm doing this is how you say it. Just to give it to you, and then we're going to keep going. If you wanted, so remember our example word is I shall. I shall and the character ha. Sha and ha are connected. I shall. I shall. So I will shall. So you would have to say anya to say I or I am or I'm. Anya, I will shall, za. Z-A-H. The character za and the character ha connected. I put a little dash there because they would be said together. Now I don't know if y'all can see this fully, but online, let me fix this up for y'all too. Make it look a little better. This is this. Za means this is also a slang to say that. Okay, and you see it in the Bible when it says this is or this, wherever it says this, and sometimes where it says that, it's the word za, and it goes at the end. So I'm gonna write down all the connectors for y'all, beginning and ending. It goes at the end of the word. So if you want to say I'm doing this, or I'm making this tonight, I will shaza. Anya I will shaza. If you just said I will shaza, it would be he making. He doing. Go ahead. So you got Salaki. So you got to say anya. All right. Go ahead.
If you were saying it the formal way, you have to add like is or was.
Is no. This means is. This is the present tense. So it means is. Like when you say I am doing this, is assumed. Okay. The word is a lot of times is assumed, just like of is assumed. There's words for is and of. The actual word of is shall. The character shall and the character la connected. So I'm gonna erase this. Everybody should have it. Right? So the word of is actually shall. The character shall and la connected. All right, shall. It's. You can use, if you're a man, you would say hawa. If you're a female, you would say haya. Right? Or if a man was, not if you're a female, you would say haya. But if you was talking to a man, you would just say it the normal way. But when a man speaks to a woman, he speaks to her in feminine. All right? In the lesson. Okay? So haya for in the masculine, and hawa in the masculine, and haya in feminine. All right. So because you wouldn't talk to your husband like he's a woman, you wouldn't say haya something. So you would just talk regular. All right, which I'm pretty sure will piss a man off when we start yelling at him back. You yelling at him regular, he gotta talk to you like you the lesser, which is, you can imagine, Israelite culture, right? So with that being said, these words, these are the root words. These are the actual words for it. But a lot of times, so like I didn't even put what it meant. This is of. This is /it's, or it is, right? Same thing is, or /it's. All right. I know it's a little bit small, but I'll try to put it in there. But those are the actual root words. But a lot of times they're assumed. You don't even have to say them. King of Israel, Malak Yasha'ala. Not Malak Shal Yasha'ala. You could say it. But imagine talking proper all the time. How would you look at a person that talks proper all the time? She can answer it, Barzo?
Yeah, come.
Go ahead, sis. I talk proper most of the time, so I'm not looking at it the time way.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. Well, okay, proper English is different from our language speaking proper. Proper, because English is not proper at all. We don't say ha, ha, da, da, no. We don't say, my Lord, thy servant has come. Therefore, thus shall do this. Nevertheless, moreover, notwithstanding, we don't say that. So we don't even speak proper English. We don't say, thine servant has come, my Lord. Thou shouldest clean the floor this instant. Therefore, moreover, nevertheless, we don't say those things. That's proper English. Now, we in America, nobody speaks proper English. So if you get what I'm saying, so actually, what you would consider speaking proper is not actually proper, for real. But there are people who try to speak proper. Like you can tell they're trying to be something they're not, or because they do this all the time, they consider it bougie. Now you might be the bougie one. I don't know. It's like you might be that, and if people look at you as bougie, then that's what I was trying to say. But I don't mean it like that. All right. But that's how you look at somebody that speaks proper all the time. But in America, none of us speak proper ever. Ain't nobody spoke proper since what, the 1600s? Since slavery, bars all, so they was beating us. Shit, well, they beating us today, ain't they? It's Black History Month. But none of us, they beat us to this day. Anyway, moreover, let's get back to the lesson, right? So, with that being said, somebody that speaks proper all the time, they looked at as bougie, or try to act proper all the time is somebody that's considered bougie in the hood. We all know that. Like, they so bougie. And then the proper people, because you constantly, what they would call being ghetto, they look at you like, oh, well, they too ghetto. Well, they too bougie. So you do have to sort of have a good, because some ghetto people don't always like people that's always ghetto, because there's a time and a place for everything, like it says in the Bible. There's a time to be bougie, and there's a time to be ghetto. Now, if I'm talking to my daughter or my son, and they're like, well, Father, thus saith your son, I'll be like, listen, my man, what school you going to, but we transferring you. You know what I mean? And Kevin Hart said the same thing. He said, oh, my kids, they're starting to be a little bougie. All right? Now, with that being said, let's keep going. Wait, what's my time check, bro? 8:32. 8:32, so we got a half hour. I thought I took up all the time. All right, so now let's get on to the next example. But that's why now our language is actually a slang language, but it is a proper way to talk, a formal way where you're not using slang all the time. Some people like that. Some people don't. Some people like properness all the time. Some people like ghetto-ness all the time. It's up to you. Now remember, as Israelites, we have a culture where we don't oppress one another. We don't oppress each other. That's not our culture. To be all up 8 bars, oh man, what happened? I thought you was, or having you do, just working you too damn much. That's not our culture. That's not where we come from, and we don't like it. Well, you're supposed to be here at 8 o'clock. It's 8:01. It's 8:05. I'm here. 8:20. Don't stop. Well, 8:28. You did push it. But 8:15. Come on. You know what I mean? It's 8:15. You there. 8:10. 8:09. You there. Because if I got there at 7:50, you wouldn't say nothing. You ain't say 8 o'clock. And Israelites, we don't even view time like that. Like time to us is like how they say time is of the essence. It's like a saying to us. We don't celebrate our birthdays. We don't keep track of our birthdays. And we just know the year would pass, and that's that. The season passed. Everything is in seasons when you're an Israelite. It's like, oh, last winter. Oh, last summer. We don't really even care about spring and fall like that. You know what I mean? Because the main one is it's too damn hot outside or it's too cold. Spring and fall is usually like heaven. So we like you know, it's just the seasons. If something happened in the spring, you'd be like, oh man, remember a couple Passovers ago, it was around the springtime. That's how we are with time. We not, you know, real big on time. All right. So with that being said, let's go to the next one. So I think we covered he. So this one was I'm doing this, I or I am. I'm doing this. You put a Y in between the first two characters and you say Anya at the beginning. Anya to make it known that you're saying I. It's like saying I am. Because without it would be assumed as he. He doing. He. All right. So let's keep going. So I'm gonna go pull this up on the screen and we're gonna do the next one. I'm gonna try to run through these quickly because we ain't got a lot of time. So the next one that we're gonna do is you, but this is you masculine. This is you masculine singular. All right, meaning one male. So you're saying you, but you're talking to one brother. And when you say you masculine, it's just regular. It's just I was shot. All right, it's just Y in between the first two characters. That's it. You don't change anything. It's just Y in between the first two characters. I can actually keep this up here, actually, because I don't got to keep erasing it because this is our example word. And it's not going to change. Just so y'all know with the present tense, this is the main usage of it. Is Y in between the first two characters. I was Shah. Shah, Wamar. What else? Give me another one. Let's see. Give me something that we talk. Or speak. Wabar. Say. Wamar. All right, it just stays here. This is the main thing. This is the underline. You know, this is the main thing. Is Y in between the first two characters. All right. So I was Shah is how you say you. So you would say atha. You add the word atha at the beginning. Atha, which means you. I'm trying to fit it over here. I don't know why I keep doing that. So up here, I'm gonna keep up here just so y'all know. I'm gonna just put the different ways, put the different things we add on to the word. All right. So you have to say atha at the beginning to say you. Now, I'm gonna show y'all a slang way to say it as well. Atha. It's pronounced it's spelled A-H-T-H-A-H. So A-H-T-H-A-H. Ah-tha, and the character ha connected. Instead of it being ah-tha-ha, it's ah-tha because tha and the character ha are connected. Atha, I was shot. All right, so nothing changes. It's just the basic. All you're doing is saying atha. Remember before, all you did was say Anya at the beginning, and it meant I or I am. So atha, I was Shah is you making. That's what we're saying. We're saying you making, you doing. All right, you doing this. You making or you doing. You doing, you making. Atha, I was Shah. I need some space to put the pronunciation. I might gotta move this up just a little bit. So you can know how to pronounce it as well. All right. So I'll just put this up here. It's a little bit higher. Character Y, which is the main thing. I'll draw the line under it. Boom. There we go. I'm putting these little boxes here so you can know the connectors. Know the letters, the characters. I, wa, sha. This is the root word. And then everything that we add on to it will be outside of the boxes. So atha, I was sha. This is how you pronounce it. Atha. Oh, Slaki. I put the fat. I will, because this is the connector. This is the present tense, the indicator for the present tense. I will sha. Now remember, Hebrew goes from right to left, so you got to say this word first. Atha, then I will sha. Atha, I will sha. You making, you doing. Okay? Now, to add a slang on here, to say this in slang without having to say atha, I can just use the word or the character ka. I would say, now, Salakia, I would say, I was sha ka. I was sha ka. Or if you used to say it normal, like I was shaka. All right? That's why they called us barbarians. Oh, damn, Salaki. I'm writing all this on the board. Everybody online, y'all can't even really see it like that. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see the whole entire thing. So remember, I don't know if y'all know this, but they call Israelites barbarians. That's where that term comes from. Bara, ba, everything. Bara, bayum, bara, barayan, bar, barayan. All right, because that's how we talk. Bar, barayan. Yun is the feminine for a woman. Akwath, yun is plural, feminine plural. Which I'm gonna give y'all some connectors. I'm gonna give y'all the beginning connectors, and then once we do the future tense, I'll give y'all the ending connectors. So we went over one actual beginning connector when I did the Lord's name, when it said ahaya. That was a beginning connector. This ka at the end is an ending connector. Okay. And this ka right here, it means you or your. I'm gonna erase a tha. I'm gonna put the character ka. I'm gonna write it out so y'all can see. All right, so I'm gonna erase this. Boom. I'm gonna write this down here just so you can see. So I will sha. And then ka. I will sha ka. This ka right here, it means your. That's literally the meaning of it. It means your. But it's used as a slang. As a slang, it means you. You're saying you. All right. So I just put you under it. So as a slang, you're saying you. So you're saying making you. Making and then you. So I was shaka. I was shaka. Making you or you making. Right? Making you, because remember Hebrew goes from right to left, but English is the same way. You make it. It just goes from left to right. So we saying you make it because this is the present tense. And we talking about now. Like imagine, so Barzal, you here. All right, you're a father. You come in the crib. Your rib is making chicken. You say, "Hey, I was shaka chicken." Like, damn, you making chicken because she's doing it presently, and that is the character wa for the present tense, and this is the slang to say you. So y'all learning some slang already. Y'all learning slang within the slang language. Let me stop. The whole language is slang. I'm just showing you how it is and how it goes. Okay? And this is the Hebrew language. This is Black History Month. Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, we're the same race. And the language that we spoke before slavery is Hebrew. Native American Indians spoke Hebrew and wrote Hebrew. These characters, these letters, is what they wrote in. Okay. I know they don't teach us much before slavery. They don't teach us nothing at all before slavery when you're black and Hispanic, right? But this was our language. What language that blacks and Hispanics speak before slavery or before the conquistadors or before the the Spaniard? Their language was Hebrew. That was our language. Okay. Now, you see how we're saying I was Shaka, you making chicken, right? You come in and say, damn, you making chicken. Damn, I was Shaka chicken. You making chicken, because they would actually be cooking if you came in the house. Imagine if you was on the phone with them on the way there, and you just wanted to know what they was making. You would say, ha, I was Shaka. Ha, I was Shaka. All right? Ha forms a question when it's at the beginning of a sentence. So this is some more slang. This is a beginning connector. This is some more slang that you can use to form a question. Ha, I was Shaka. So now you're saying, are you making chicken? Are you making chicken? All right? That's what you're saying. You're saying, are you? And then I was Shah is making present tense. Ka, so ka at the end for your. So imagine you're on the phone and you hear it frying in the background. You say, ha, I was Shaka, meaning, are you making chicken? All right? Or ha, I was Shaka chicken, are you making chicken? You know what I mean? Or you can say this. Now I gotta keep going. I just want to give y'all this some more slang. All right. Oh, this ain't slang. This is actually regular. Well, if you put ka at the end, it would be slang. Let me erase it. You could say ma, I will shock you. And say what you making. Because ma means what or how. But this is another beginning connector. I can give y'all this at the end. All right. I was sha and then ka. Ma I was shaka is what? What you making? Or what making you? All right. What you making? Now remember, this is you. This is your. Means your at the end, but it still is a slang for the singular, masculine or feminine. All right, masculine or feminine, singular. Talking to one person, saying you. Ma I was shaka. What you making? All right, wa would be the present tense, and then sha. And at the end is ka for you. All right. Ma, Slaki, ma, I was shaka. Meaning what you making. All right. Now let's keep going. We probably ain't gonna get all these bars off. We got 13 minutes left. All right. So shalom everybody that's online. Let's keep going. Let's bring this back up. Now, I know TikTok can't see this. You might have clicked off the tail. We still good on TikTok. All right, let's go. So the next one, I'll skip down. Let's go to some plural. Let's say you plural. No, let's say we. Let's say we doing something. All right? We doing this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go to, let's see. I can just put this up on the board. I was thinking for a second that I want to erase all that. All right, so let's come back around to the board. So we're going to say we. So We already got Isupk. Okay, so in this case, we want to say we. All right, so I'll put let's put we right here. No, I'm gonna put it down here. So we want to say we make it. So we got Isupk. Now the root word for we. Let me give you that first, just so y'all can have it. Add to your vocabulary. A knock now. All right, and the slang, which I'm going to show you, is nawa at the end. A knock nawa, meaning we. A knock nawa, I was shy. I was shy. And this is making, which we already know. I was shy, young. All right, I was shy. We make it. Now, this is one way to say it. This is the formal way to say this. All right, this is one way that you can say it. So let me put the pronunciation. A knock nawa. A knock nawa. I was shy. Young. Y-A-M. Knock now I was shy. All right. Now I'm going to show you. Now remember the school back in the day. If y'all can see the paper up there, I know TikTok can't see it. The paper even faded. That's how old this is. This paper is older than all of us. In the truth, right now this paper older than all of us. Outdated. Right? They got more Passovers than we can imagine. Okay. Now, with that being said, this was the way that they seen and they wrote it down, meaning the way that they studied. Okay. And they wrote it down and went over it and gave it to us. Okay. Now, we can also say it in this form as well. So this is formal. A knock nawa I was shy, right? A knock nawa I was shy, meaning we make it or we do it. All right. How y'all doing? A knock nawa I was shy to wow. We doing good. A knock nawa I was shy to wow. I was shy to wow. Another thing in Hebrew is this. In English, the way we form our mouth is different. I want to get out of the way so y'all can get this. The way we form our mouth is different from how we would form and use our tongue in Hebrew. Okay? Because the language is different. The pronunciation of it is different. Everything is I, yun, I, bara, I, nawa, I, I, babar, or something. So you have to form your mouth to say those words. We don't have E and O, U. We don't have that in our language. Everything is I, yun, nawa, ball, like raw, ball. So I rock, I raka, raka, I shawaya. So like I said, shawaya. I was shy. See that? I was shy. A knock now, I was shy. Now let me give you the slang. And a lot of the times, the slang is a little bit easier to pronounce. The slang form is a little easier to pronounce than the formal way. It's just the same way you would look at somebody today if they were trying to pronounce everything correctly. You'd be like, oh, What's up with you today? It's erect and exact. You be like, this cat is drawn. it's exactly and indubitably. You be like, brother. Say it again. Yeah, like this cat got a wire on. There's something up with him. Slow Malo on YouTube. Indubitably. He lost the spirit. Might be going on. All right, so I'm gonna give you a slang, right? That's in the Bible. When I say I'm gonna give it to you, meaning we about to do it. Don't think like I came up with this. This is in the Bible. We got it in the prayers. This form is written this way. We just about to do it right now. We about to do it right now. Knock now. I will show you. All right. We doing this. We about to do this. All right. So now, I'm gonna erase Yum off of here. It's like I erased it off there before. Oh, Slock, I didn't actually put Yum up here. I was supposed to. So Yum. So we got Wa. Then you have Yum. But what we're about to do now is instead of saying a knock now, you just say I was shy now. So instead of saying a knock now, I was shy, you saying I was shy now. And it means we make it. Or making we, doing we. And this is the slang form. The prayer, Abba now. It didn't say a knock now, Abba now. It didn't say a knock now, Abba young. All right? It's the actual prayer. The Lord's Prayer. Now, in Psalms 83, we got a ton of Psalms 83 with Nawa in it. We got especially thine enemies, our Yabyaka, thine enemy. All right, thine enemies. All right. I wanted to get a dog and name it our Yabyaka. I can't. I'm still gonna do that. It got to be a male dog. I got a female pit bull. I couldn't do that. I want to name it your enemy. This dog is your enemy. It ain't mine, it's yours. Our Yabyaka. All right, but I wanted to be a male. I got a female dog that I'm gonna be mating real soon. So I was shy now. I was shy now means we making, we doing. How y'all doing? I was shy now. It's a while. Doing good. So the slang way is a little bit easier to pronounce than the formal way. All right, you don't want to be people looking at you like you got a damn wire on. Indubitably. Good. So let's go. All right. So what we got? We got 3 minutes left. Now I'm gonna give y'all some beginning connectors. Let me put this up on the board. Make this full screen. Give us some beginning connectors. All right. Hopefully everybody had that. I'll take one more step back. So you can pause the class, screenshot it, boom, you should have it. It's more than enough time. So let's go over some connectors. I'm just gonna write them down. I ain't really gonna go over them. Just gonna write down the connector and what it means and how you use it, what it means and how you use it. Okay? And that's that. And we're gonna, do the prayers. We're gonna get up out of here. The rest of the Sabbath, continue your Sabbath. Do what we do best. All right? Enjoy the Sabbath. So the first one, let's start with A. We're going to go down the alphabet for beginning connectors. A. Okay. This is the character. It's pronounced A. It means I am. I/in. All right, that's what it means. Ba, character ba. Okay, it's the character ba. It means in. It also is used as at, and is also used as on, and very, in a slang way, rarely is used as with. All right, abaga, da. They say that da at the beginning of a root word is do. I never actually seen it, but I know that we have this. I forgot where we get it from, but I don't got the paperwork anymore. But I know it's do. Character da at the beginning of a root word means do. It's a slang. But we're gonna keep going. Abaga da ha. So I get a character ha at the beginning of a root word means the. It's also used as of, and then it also forms a question as well. It forms a question. All right, but this is at the beginning of a sentence. Okay, and that's at the beginning of a sentence. So just remember that. A sentence or a phrase is at the beginning of a sentence or a phrase. It forms a question. All right. Of, and it's pronounced ha. That's how you pronounce it. Ha. Character ha. Y'all can write those down for now. I'll probably give y'all a few more. I'll give y'all a second to screenshot it. Then I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna just do the rest. All right. So that should be enough time. Y'all gonna have to screenshot this to get these. Okay, just pause the class and go back, and screenshot it. All right, I'm gonna go real quick just so we don't take too much time up. So the next character is wa. Wa at the beginning of a root word. All right, it's pronounced wa. It means and. Then is a slang for then. In the Bible, you might see like nevertheless or something like that. Nevertheless, all those therefore. That's all wow. Therefore, I think that's how you spell it. Therefore, then, nevertheless. All those old Quaker English words. All right. That's the character wa. Notwithstanding. It also means but. So I want to put then, but, nevertheless, notwithstanding. All those uppity, old school joints. That's the character wa. All right. Abagada hawa za. That's an ending word. Cha, ta, ya. At the beginning of a root word. Remember we did this earlier. The character ya means he. He. At the beginning of a root word is he. Ta, ya, ka. Character ka. I know we did the ending. But ka at the beginning of a root word, it's as or like. It means like and it means as. But it's at the beginning of a root word. Ka. Like he do it, as he do it, as she did it, like she did it. That's the character ka. Okay. Boom, boom. Taya ka la. Give us the character la. La at the beginning of a root word is to. To, or unto in Old Quaker English. Unto. And rarely is used as of, depending on what you're trying to say, because of is a word that's not really a word in our language. Okay? So y'all gonna have to screenshot that Get that written down. Barzal, we're going to do the prayer to bless Israel on this one. Let me see what our time looking like. 9:04. So I'm gonna keep on going. Y'all just gotta screenshot it. All right, any questions in the room? Good night. All right, no time, Christ. Oh, Salaki, ain't no questions, right? Cool. Abagada hawazaka tayakala ma. When it's at the beginning of a root word. There you go, y'all. Meaning, oh wait, ma is how you pronounce it. Meaning from / of. There you go. Now this ain't the M-A-H ma, which means what or how. This is ma meaning from or of. Na. Na at the beginning of a root word, I believe it's for feminine. I had to give y'all that next week. I can't really remember right now. I believe it's feminine to say something, and it also means we, depending on how you use it. Salaki, I gotta get that one to y'all next week. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Lama nasa I pa kwa ra sha. Sha at the beginning of a root word, okay, means which or that. Comes from the root word ashar. All right. It's like nawa came from the root word anak nawa. This sha is from the root word ashar, which means that or which. Okay, that's when it's at the beginning of a root word, sha. All right, and now remember, all this is not including the actual root word. So remember, Sabbath in Hebrew is Shabbat, right? It's Sabbath. You used to say Shah Shabbat or Hasha Shabbat. You would say, you forming a question, you saying which Sabbath. That's another thing that you gotta love about Hebrew. That was a whole thing. Which Sabbath? That's like you asked the whole question in one word. Or technically in 3 words. One word in Hebrew, but 3 characters. Oh, she had a question? No. You want to ask a question? All right, no sweat. You wanted to ask it? What's God's name? God's name is Yahweh. Give her a hand. Give the sister a hand. Man, she about to know more than her pastor. Trust me. God's name is Yahweh. That young sister asked, what's God's name? It's Yahweh. Yahwah. All right? Yahweh. Let me hear you say it. Try to pronounce it. Go ahead, Mom can help you. That's too wild. There we go. Give her a hand. Yahweh. She know more than the pastor knows. Damn. She know more than the pastor knows with one question in the Israelite school UPK. He gonna get it wrong. Well, see, they call God Jehovah, but what really matters, grace is what really matters. I can go be a pastor. Go be a pastor. Today is, just put the collection plate up there. Who cares about the day? Give me the money, let me roll. That's how our pastors is. It's so easy to be a pastor. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. God loves you. Now put that pastor plate on. That's the art of being a pastor. Of course, they don't teach. So now you just ask the question, Ha, Shabbat. So just want to give you the character Shah. And that's it for the beginning connectors. I'm going to give y'all the ending connectors next week. Also give y'all the character Na. All right, I just couldn't remember what it is. This is a few different things. I don't want to give you nothing halfway. With that being said, okay, Anya Kahan, Wakwata. Oh, Then let me say it in front of the camera. With that being said, Anya Kahan, Wakwataziyan Mara, Ma Warka Kaya Hayawam, Anya Ibar, La Ibar, La, I always jam this up. Dang, how y'all start over? Is Anya Ibar, I'll La Barzaraka. All right, so I'm start over. Anya. So with that being said, Shalom. Anya Kahan Wakwataziyan Mara, Ma Warka Kaya Hayawam, Anya Ibar, Al La Barzaraka. All right. What I just said was, Shalom Israel. I'm Priest and Officer Mara, your teacher for the day. I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Barzal, and I actually should have said, Anya Iwabar Al La Barzal Basilaki. Y'all got it. All right, clap it up.
Priest and Officer Mara, one more hand.
All right.
The Isupk security announcements. We got an Isupk start out on West 125th Street, all in New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted on. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother and sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother and sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, read about it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. My Aisha means 10% in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord give to the treasury department. Priest monthly will offer for the priest, not mandatory. Whatever so amount you like to give. Become a holy convocation will be the Feast of Purim, which falls on Sunday 5th and Monday 6th, March 2023. We read about it in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 to 31. For my Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start to wear our black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, Imagine, which means to stand.
All right.
Sar, which means Sar,
These was the beginning connectors. See, y'all know these connectors go at the beginning of a root word, or these letters go at the beginning of a root word. You got it.
Okay. Sar Lapama, which means turn to face the east. We're going to say the prayer to bless Israel. We're going to say it in Hebrew first, and then translate it into English. Repeat after me. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanaw.
Barak Lanaw.
Vayashra
Vayashra
Vayavaya.
Lavaya.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Malakman.
Malakman. Yahweh, the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh, the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Sisters, chapter, which means to be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to get the brothers a courteous salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakathon, Yazmatah, hands down. Sar, turn to face the sisters. Sisters now, Imagine, which means to stand. Sisters then, Imagine Shabbat would be with your feet at a 45-degree angle. Your right hand clasp over your left. And with your right hand, smite your chest. And we say salute back to the brothers. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters a courteous salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shemar, Hashem Yahushua. Repeat after me. Say Yahweh, Shemar, Aladun, Hashem, Yahushua. Yazmatah, class dismissed.
Love Israel, the water for tuning in, the water TikTok, for being a part of this, man. Shalom.